I'll start with 1.
8. All right, so.
Okay.
Number that would make you excited 6 months from now. 6 months from now, what would make you really excited? Okay. So, all right, we got
You started at the wrong number.
Go ahead. We can go back. They wrote their numbers down. I can go back to work 3 times. What's that? 20? I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll blow your minds in just a few minutes. How simple it is. Yeah.
Let's try. I gotta write their names. I gotta call them all out. I want to know what you wrote down on your paper, and you're gonna have to unmute Colleen in a minute too. Go ahead and unmute her and ask her, Meryl.
Hi, Colleen. You're unmuted now.
Okay, thank you.
Cornell, do you want to be unmuted also? Your picture's not talking to me.
Colleen, assuming you've been here for 6 months, how much money would make you really excited coming in on a monthly basis?
My first question would be, how much do I have to work?
The question is, I'll show you how much you can work. You can always just scale it down if it's too much for you. But what would your, honestly, like, it doesn't matter what anybody else's numbers are, but how much would make you really excited coming in 6 months from now?
I'll go with 50.
50,000 a month?
Yeah. That would make me really excited.
All right. A month?
You got an issue with that? You want to be a billionaire.
I do. I know. Cheryl was 10,000.
Now you're talking not having any other job. This is your solo income.
Do you make $50,000 a month right now?
I'm just gonna throw it out there. You tell me.
I'm just saying. Caitlin, what's your number? Really excited. Who am I missing? Arlene, did you say? Come on, girl. All right, I'd say 50. 50? No, 100. A month? Yeah.
Oh. A month in 6 months. All right. You want to see how to do it? I'm telling you right now. If the number that you give, the person gives you, only changes the conversation that Colleen had. That she asked, "How much do I have to work?" That's where we go back and adjust this number. Because if somebody tells me that they want to make $100,000 a month, can they do it in this business and can it be done in the next 6 months? Absolutely. I promise you that. Now, the question is, how much do I have to work? How much do I have to stretch myself? And when we get to that, that's on down in this conversation with them. That's where the leadership piece comes in, and where you have to basically say, okay, your number, however realistic for our system, is not realistic for your level of commitment. That's the truth, right? So keep going.
Yeah. Is that everyone in here? Cornell, I didn't hear you. I don't know if you're muted or unmuted, but.
I'm muted, but you may be.
Cornell, I want to do 20,000 a month. 20,000 a month. 20,000 a month.
How much?
20,000 a month. I'm halfway there.
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna mute y'all back.
Okay.
You can unmute yourself whenever you feel like you need to or would like to.
All right, so we're skipping the number that would make it worth your time, right? Everybody here's they're stretched. All right. I mean, if you're going straight to income, right? We're going to show them how they can do that. We have conversations for a week or 2 weeks straight about what we're going to do. Just one? Huh? We'll start with one.
I understand that. I'm talking about for the plan. It's 100. Monthly premium.
Oh, yeah.
Let's assume that the monthly premium in this situation is just $100 a month. That's easy, right? That's simple. That's easy. It's 2-term policies. The reality of that is probably going to be a little bit bigger. So let's just assume that it's $100 a month. So, okay, let me think about that. So if the monthly premium is $100 a month,
yeah. So while you're thinking about that, let's go. I want to make a point, everybody. What have you heard a lot about product-wise in the last, depending on how long you've been here, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? What is the number one product that you've heard this talk about? Oh, yes.
Woo! Say it loud.
Maybe.
Oh, yes.
Let me ask you this. How many of you know what the accreditation process is at this point? Right? Most of you should. Some of you have sold oil and gas. Some of you own oil and gas. So you understand very well what accreditation is. Tell me, what does it mean to be an accredited investor? There are a couple of criteria. What's one of them, Cheryl?
You have to individually own 200,000 a year.
So as an individual, it's $200,000 a year of income. And to expect to continue. You can't just hit it once. You know, you've got to be. That's your word. That's our job is to look. So you're talking about people that make $200,000 a year as an individual. That's one criteria. Or two people together that make $300,000 if they're a joint venture here. And what's the third criteria? Have $1 million net worth excluding your primary residence. Now let me go down these three criteria and talk about percentages of people in the American population that, number one, make $200,000 a year by themselves. I don't know the exact statistics, but I know it's under 2%. Probably under 1% when you look at the country as a whole. Second one, how many people with two earners in the home make $300,000 a year? Probably about the same criteria. Sometimes if one person makes $150,000, the other one stays at home. Who knows? And then the third one, $1 million net worth excluding your primary residence. Most people's net worth sheet, or their balance sheet when they're looking at it, includes their primary residence. If you take, that's most people's largest value in their portfolio, and you take it out. They have $1 million left in assets or in net worth outside of that. Right? All three, that's the product that we've heard the most about, that everybody's talking about, that's got all the buzz, and 1 to 2% of the population even qualifies to buy it. And in all honesty, I like making money, and the products are great, and they're great for people that make a lot of money. But if I'm chasing that 1 to 2%, I'm coming in behind 4 or 5 other advisors that have 10 licenses more than most of your average people are going to have. And most new people are not going to be able to even enter into a dialogue with somebody with that kind of net worth and that kind of income about money, because you don't know as much as they do, right? So we're spending 90 to 100% of our mouth-moving time talking about a product that 99% of America can't even buy. So when we look at our market, and we look at ourselves, that's the average person that we're going to have the ability to have a dialogue or a conversation with, right? And that's who HGI, the representatives, need to be focused on, is their own people. And the people that they can actually enter into a dialogue with. So know your market, know your place, not know your place, that sounds bad, but know where you're going to be successful. know the place that you can go out. One of our mentors in a previous company said, he's talking about top 25 lists. He said, if I make the top 25 list with somebody, and we're going through it all, we rank them all, and they say, well, we want to start down here with people with profile score of 1 that are acquaintances. I'd rather stay at home and watch a football game. Because I at least know there I'm going to not make any business. At least I'm not out failing. Right? So we need to I want us to understand the backbone, and that's what we're talking about premium here today. We're going to talk about the core concepts and the core products that we have that can truly change middle America's life.
Well, and I think the other thing to take that a step further, so we've talked about oil and gas. It's an amazing product. It's awesome. I love it. It's flashy. It's fun to talk about. We love it. How many people do you know, honestly, like this is an honest answer, that needs life insurance? Everybody. Especially now with the living benefit fees, right? Maybe in the past you might have had some people that didn't have kids or whatever that didn't need life insurance and they had too much money or whatever, but now with living benefits, every single person needs life insurance, right? Which means that our market is unlimited and that's what we go out and talk about, right? Does that make sense? So let's say, we talked about just a second ago that our average premium, we're just going to say is $100 a month. We're going to just keep it real realistic, real simple. $250 a month term policies, $100 a month into an IUL, whatever. If it's more than that, awesome. You get to go forward faster. It's $100 a month. And let's say that most people originally join our company because really they just want to make some extra money. Would you guys agree? Honestly, they just want to make some extra money. This is amazing, but most people don't see that in the beginning and don't think that it's ever possible, right? So if our average premium is $100 a month and they want to make extra money, I think it's reasonable to think that they could see one family a week, right? So if they can, then we've got, they're protecting 4 families a month, right? You agree with that? So if we take $100 and let's just say it's all commissionable, we multiply that by 12, right? 12 months. So that's going to equal $1,200, right? That's the annual premium. Okay, so that's going to equal $1,200. Our brand new contract level is 30%, right? What is 30%? I don't know. Cuban calculators, 30%, brand new person, going to make $360 per family in this situation. And they're going to do it 4 times a month, right? So if we multiply this number by 4, what should a brand new person be making every single month?
40.
I was like, I don't know, y'all. $1,440 a month. How many people on your team are consistently making $1,440 a month? None. Why? Because we want to show how simple it is. Because we're going to talk about oil and gas and we want to teach them something that is truly amazing. But we are not financial planners. That is not what we do. That is not our crusade. Will we get business and more business outside of just these term sales? Of course we will. Will we still talk about our concept and our mission? Absolutely. Should we at least get a term sale on every single client and appointment that we have? Yes. Why? Because they need it. And they don't have it. And I promise you they don't have living benefits, right? So your brand new person, guaranteed, if I can show you how to make $1,500 a month, Caitlin, how serious would you be? I'd be dead serious. All right, you ready? You want strong leadership or weak leadership? I want strong leadership. All right. This is as simple as it is, right? So let's take it a step further. First of all, even if you guys in this room are at 40%, you can thank HGF for giving you a pay raise. Because now every single person that you recruit, not from the industry, is going to come in at 30%, so you've got a 10% override on every single person. That's a big deal, right? That's awesome. But let's say that our average spread for our team is about 20%, right? Let's just say. What's our total? Well, what's 20% of that? 20% of the 1200 times 4. So you do every time they make 14. Just kidding. What is it? 960. So every time they're making 1440, you're making 960. Is that right? So if you average a 20% override on your brand new person, you're making $960 a month off of their 4 sales. Right? Does that make sense? Well, it's not off of their person. We don't take any money out of their money. No, I'm not saying take it out of theirs. I was saying do we multiply the 20 by what you're making? That's versus. No. Oh, Travis was good. Sorry. Hey, Travis. Sorry. Thanks for texting. I'm gonna mute you. Actually, oh, there you are. Okay. So understand that this is your average, right, that you're making for every single family here. So if this is the amount of money that I want to make, how do I do that, right? If I'm personally seeing 4 families a month, if you want to make that kind of money, what contract level do we want to use? Just use a 20% spread, right? First of all, I have 2 choices, right? If I want to go see 4 families a month, personally myself, I can go see 4 families a month, and I can know that if this is the income that I want to make, or double if my contract level is higher, or whatever, if I want to guarantee myself that income, I have to go sell 4 policies a month. Or, how many people will have to recruit? 2 to 1. Why? So I can sell 4 families per month, or I can recruit 1 per month. Why? Say it loudly. Their personal exchange. And how many trainings have? Every single recruit should equal at least 4 sales, right? That is our model. That's what we talk about, right? So 1 recruit should equal 4 sales. They have their personal sale and 3 field training sales because they want to get that over with as quickly as possible, right? So let's just say that I have 10 people on my team, okay? And I had each of them out there.
Selling 4 or recruiting 1?
Correct. Closing 4 sales a month at $100. Okay? So we've got how much is that? See? I don't know why my brain isn't working today. So if I have 10 recruits or 10 team members duplicating this system here, that's going to bring in $12,000 a month of premium to my organization, correct? What's 20% of that? It's not working right.
Because we're at 100 instead of 500. We were doing 500 a month for each person. So that was our goal, was $500 in premium a month. So, and that's
that's why. No, that's why. I was like, this isn't right. That is not correct. That's only if you're doing 1 sale a month. You're doing 4. Yeah. Thank you. I was like, this isn't right. That sucks. Y'all, we should.
I don't know. I mean, but I'll tell you this.
It's more than what I'm
I was like, we should just quit. We should go.
I will tell you
Something's
this.
wrong here.
The average, what was it, Kate, we were in Charleston a couple weeks ago, that the number was that everybody in the room, yourself included, said, this is what I need to do to be able to do this full time. What was that number monthly? $2,000 to $2,500 a month. And I think that in their age group, I think that's one of the things that you guys need to understand is.
But I got to do the real math now.
No, you're right.
That was just horrible.
You're right, but you said that number's not a lot of people.
Well, in that scenario, it really hit. All right, so every single person's doing $1,200 a month. So every unit is generating $4,800. I didn't have to ask you. $4,800 a month in commission, right? So we have $4,800 per teammate, right? Follow me? Per month. So if we multiply this by 10, thank you, $48,000 a month in premium per month going through your organization. Now, if you're at a 20% override on that business, what's your monthly income? Or what's that spread? What's 20%? Alright. So, if you're doing exactly what they're doing, and let's pretend you're at least at 60%, because you're not going to be at 30%, right? If you're doing exactly what they're doing, and you're closing 4 sales a month, so you add this 4 sales a month.
Based on your override numbers, they're only at 50%, because you're giving 20% override. But that's fine. Sorry, that's my spreadsheet thing. My brain. You should hear us talk. I shouldn't hear us talk.
We are here.
No, this is mild.
Look, I can do this. So if you do 4 sales a month and you're at 60%, that is $2,880. Personal income. So what's 9,600 times plus 2,880? 12. Is that right? Yeah.
12,480.
Okay. So
everybody's happy now, except for Colleen and Charlene and Devin and Cornell, right? And Kimberly.
But seriously, let's look at this, right? So your first goal as a human person individual should be to close 4 sales a month at $100 a month in premium, period, right?
Do that one of 2 ways.
You can do that one of 2 ways. You can go out and you can go sell 4 insurance policies a month, or you can recruit one person and sell through their personal and free field training sales, right?
So let me go back to our meeting we had at the beginning. So Logan, if you were to give this business a try, what would you hope to gain from it? And why would you do it?
I mean, I want to help families for sure. I want to work in my own time, and I want to make it a better way.
Awesome. So guess where Logan is for me at this month? This is my business. This is how I'm keeping up with my flow of business. That's where Logan is. He's one of these people that I'm going to help this month. And I got to put the play. He's going to do a 3-3-30, a 30-day fast start. We're going to rock and roll through getting Logan started. Because it's my job at this point, getting strong leadership and making it successful. But if he says, "Well, I'm not giving this business a try," where's Logan this month for me? Right? I'm managing the flow of my business. And as much as I like Logan, and as much as Logan, it's still, when I'm following up with Logan, we're not hanging out because we're buddies having coffee, chatting about the good old days. I'm working. This is my work day. This has got to be our mindset. It's when we go out and do our work day that this is what we're doing. When I go sit down with somebody to follow up, I got to get to this choice fast as I can, and then move to the next phase. So when we say 4 families a month, or how you want to make this happen, it's as simple as, like Hubert says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But seeing the process and knowing what we have to do to get there shows you exactly how. And we're not talking about a monster team. Jody said it last night, but I think sometimes
we're talking about her own.
And honestly, you get your head wrapped around the 401k and those kind of things. For these guys right here, that they should easily be able to sell a couple of $250, $300 a month IULs every month. That's 2 people, and it's 3 times the premium. It's actually, because if we're doing $300 a month, it changes. The numbers scale. Don mentioned scaling. We'll talk about scaling here in a minute. But I wanted you to see when she says every month you do one thing or the other, I want to tie it back into that original follow-up meeting. Right? Doesn't have to be after a big bop. We'll keep going back to that over and over again. It's after you sat down with somebody and shared with them, and we're going to get to how you effectively share this afternoon in a little bit. How you effectively share to get them to do and answer the way you want them to, so that you can help them. We're going to get there. But you've had a meeting with them, one-on-one, we're in a room, and you're followed up within 24 to 48 hours, and you go through those exact questions that way that I gave it to you. You get to that second question. If you were to give this business a try, why would you be doing it, and what would you hope to gain? They're going to give you one or two responses there. They're going to give you an answer as to why they'd be doing it, and they're on your team already, guys. Close the sale. That's first sale. Close it. Don't try to tell them how great everything else is at that point in time. Get their answer, and then get them signed up. Don't talk about all the products and how great it is. When you get excited, they're not there. They'll get excited at Top Gun. That's your next job. Get them on your team. Figure out what they want. Get them on the team. And then they're going to get all those things that you're excited about already that you got in Vegas or you got in the last Top Gun when they go there. Your job right now is to get them on the team and start getting in that direction. You see where we're simplifying. Simplify what you say. Simplify what you've asked for. And when they tell you that, when they say, why would I be doing this business and what would I hope to gain from it, and they give you an answer, they just told you they were going to give this business a try. They just told you that. And if they tell you right then, well, I'm not ready to give this business a try, right? Then, oh, okay, great. Well, it's not for everybody, But why don't we schedule a time in the next 24 to 40 hours to sit down and get your financial house in order? That's your business. That's the rhythm of the business. I had to draw it back into that. Sorry.
Because we're talking about showing everybody how business opportunity. But my question is, if you know someone or as a business owner, you know that person is talking about in your business, do you still lead with the business opportunity?
Absolutely.
Do you think Oculus into our business since they first went up to him and the message?
The reality of that is that we're going to get to exactly that broken down approach, and it's almost as simple. It is just as simple as when I told you about follow-up interview. That how I'm going to get to that is very conversational. But if I talk to you and I kind of give you a taste of that, this is how you start with anybody. And we're going to show you a little video of a guy that's breaking this down. This contact, and you've got to be contacting everybody all the time. It's got to be everybody you walk past, everybody you touch on a daily basis. There's a very, very basic way you can enter your dialogue. Very basic. And you're going to get that answer. And then you're going to get them to a kneecap to kneecap. Whether it's a sales presentation or a recruiting presentation, you're going to get through that with that very, very basic stuff that we're talking about. And that's what I want you guys to do. And it's as simple as where I can walk up and I'm talking to Charlene we're in the line at the grocery store or something. We have some casual conversation and I can say, Charlie, what do you do? Right? And I'm not talking about what you do correct answer. I'm talking about the real life when you're talking to somebody that doesn't have a script that we taught how to answer that question. Ask them what they did. Right? You don't want me to go there. Sorry. It's easy. We're going to get to it. Finish that. I'm excited because this is what we need to be, guys. This is what we need to do.
You have to be this messenger. You have to take this back to your team. Because I promise you, that all of you, all of us, all of them sit in these rooms and they hear these amazing concepts, all these great business ideas, and it's exciting and it's fun and it makes sense. And the more you know, it's a Pandora's box. The more you know, the more you want to know. You see how it grows and grows. But they leave and go, well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It's a very valid question. What do I do? You go protect 4 families a month with their life insurance policy. Everything else will fall into place. You will, through that conversation, talk about their assets and their dreams and their goals and what they have and do an F&A probably and see everything that they have out there. But you protect 4 families a month. You want your team to know how to guarantee their income? Put it back to sales. It's simple. That's what we do. If you do not sell, you do not eat. Period. You don't get paid to recruit, right? Recruiting allows you to scale your business and collapse your time frames, and it allows you not to have to go find 4 people to sell a policy to this month, or 8 if I want to double my income. It allows me to recruit 2 people if I want 8, or 3 people if I want 12, or 4 people if I want 16. Thank y'all.
Could you physically, if you were full time in this industry, meet with 16 people a month? Yeah. How easy would it be to take 4 recruits through their own plan and get down their 3 field training sales in a month. That's 16 appointments. There's 30 days in most months. You're still taking half your life off. You got half of your life completely free.
So, true question. Outside of HDI in this organization or anyone involved in it, or an employee benefit situation where you have to sit down and look at what you're going to buy, have you ever had anyone ask you if you wanted to buy life insurance or talk to you about it? Raise your hand if you have, honestly. Okay.
A lot of people plan to work in that church.
Okay. But they're a system like this. But other than the bank, and other than Primerica, and maybe your PNC agency that wants to get a multi-line discount from PS or more expensive insurance to lower your premium, whatever. Nobody's ever asked. Nobody's ever had anybody ask. Which means that probably if that's the sampling in here, and 2 or 3 of us out of however many are in this room have never been asked, nobody else has been either. It is valid. It is out there. It is true. So open your mouth and say something and just ask them. Just talk to them about it. Be passionate about it. But if we can do this every single month personally, right? The student leader determines the speed pack, right? So if you're asking them to do this, you have to make sure you're doing it too. All right? Hubert always says the first week of the month was always his, I'm going to sell what I need to sell and cover my bills, and the rest of it I'm going to work with my team. It should be exactly the same for you, whether it's true the first week of the month or whatever. You should sell enough or recruit a person and do their 4 sales, right? Enough to cover your own bills. You should absolutely do that. Jay Nada shared a picture that said, sell to survive and recruit to retire. That is 100% our business. You sell to survive and you recruit to retire. You sell to survive because you got to eat. You recruit to retire because you don't want to sell to survive every day for the rest of your life, right? So we understand how I can tell Caitlin, I can promise you that if you come in this business day one and you truly want to make $1,500 a month, I can show you how to do that. You only want to make $500 a month, we can only see 2 families a month. You think you can see 2 families a month? I promise you they'd rather see 2 families a month than $500 a month here, because that's going to take 2 or 3 hours, right? Than to go and work a second job at the outlet mall or wrap presents at Christmas or all of those things that we see people doing this time of year, right? Or go sell Rodina Fields. My sister sells Rodina Fields, and I love it. The products are great. You don't want to say, don't tell me. But I think it's great, right? I think the products are great, but as a business, all she does is spam on Facebook. We all see it, right? And then she has people that she's recruited that have their monthly auto ship. She works hard for her $500 a month. She'd have to work a lot less here, right, to make that same amount of money. So, easily see